Your lesson today is on trapezoids and how to find the area of trapezoids. So we're going to build the formula here. So we're going to start by looking at two trapezoids, not one. So what we're going to do, and again, I have the magic of the smartboard, I'm going to push these two trapezoids together. And let's see. Okay, and what shape is that? Well, looks to me like a parallelogram. So, recall from the previous lesson, how do we find the area of a parallelogram? And we do that just by doing the base times the height. So keep that in mind. So a trapezoid is half a parallelogram, right? Base times the height. So let's think back now, how to find the base of the parallelogram if we think of it as two trapezoids. Okay, so what that means, we've got two trapezoids. We've got to add the first base and add the second base. So we get base 1 plus base 2. So since the area of a parallelogram is found by doing base times height, and we find base of the trapezoid by adding the two bases together, think of the formula for the area of a parallelogram as base 1 plus base 2 altogether times the height. So that is a way to think of a parallelogram's area. And recall from above that a trapezoid is half of a parallelogram. So we take half what we found above. So half of the bases added together plus the height times the height gives us that formula. So in vocabulary, the base of a trapezoid are the two parallel sides. So in this drawing, we have the base right here and the base right there. And the height is the perpendicular distance between the two bases. So right here. And just like with parallelograms, okay, we can turn this shape any way we want. So this could be a trapezoid. This would be the height. So again, don't think of height as just straight up and down. It's just the distance between the two bases. Going back to the formula for a second, another way to write this, we could write this as the sum of the bases times the height divided by 2. 1/2 times all of this is the same as dividing that by 2. So whatever is easier for you to do, you can do it. So that's how we build the formula. That may have been a little bit confusing because it went a little fast. Go back and look at it though. It kind of does make sense if you think of a trapezoid as half of a parallelogram. Let's apply that formula. So we're going to find the area of our trapezoid and do it any way you'd like, either of the two ways I showed. I like this formula only because it's pretty easy to cut numbers in half mentally. So our bases, we've got 5 for one and 10 for the other. Those are our parallel sides. So we take half of 5 plus 10, and we do it times the height, which is 8. So that becomes 1/2 times 15 times 8. Now recall that multiplication, we can do this in any order we want. So we know that half of 15 is going to be a decimal. So not the easiest to work with mentally, but we have calculators, so you guys can do that if you want. But I look at half times 8. Half of 8, we should know, is 4. So do that part first, and then do 4 times 15 for an area of 60 feet squared per square feet. I guarantee if you multiply a different order, you get the same answer. If you had done base 1 plus base 2 times height, then divided by 2, you get the same answer as well. So any way you like to do the formula, you can go ahead and do it. But look at the way that I did it, where I wrote the formula out, then sub numbers in, then simplified. This is what I should see on your papers when you work on this. Well, working backwards, do this as well. And again, here's why writing the formula out is really, really important. So we know we have this formula. Area is half times base 1 plus base 2 times the height. We're told the area here is 66. So I'm just going to go ahead and sub that right in. Half is a half. Base 1 is 14. Base 2 is 8. You can reverse those, it wouldn't matter. We do that times the height. We keep working down. 14 plus 8 is 22. Half of 22 is 11. Then we divide both sides by 11 for an overall height of 6. Notice the work progression, ladies and gentlemen. I should see this in all your practice work. There are unfortunately no practice problems on this lesson. So this concludes your lesson on the area of a trapezoid.